The following episode is completely recorded with the Saramonic Blink 500 system in a non-sound treated room with a lavalier mic going into my GH5. This TLDR portion, including this message, is currently being recorded with my Tascam DR40. To give you a sense of the raw sound, there will be no background music and there will be no compression or any sort of noise reduction plugins used, just some added gain and a limiter. I will turn on my usual audio compression settings when I get to the bottom line. Tilder! What is this? This is the Blink 500 B2 Dual Channel Wireless Lavalier system made by Saramonic. How much does it cost? $250. Has a built-in mic and a lavalier mic port. Comes with everything you could possibly need to get started, including a TRS and/or TRRS cables for your DSLR cameras or smartphones. It even comes with 2 wired lavalier mics. Battery lasts anywhere from 3.5 hours to 5 hours depending on your recording situation. You're listening to the built-in microphone, and here is the noise floor. You're listening to the Saramonic lavalier mic, and here is the noise floor. You're listening to the DAD-W Lav mic, and here is the noise floor. Can you split the audio channels? Unfortunately, no. Do I recommend this? Yes. This is easily the best sounding budget-friendly dual channel wireless lavalier system currently on the market. Done. Roll that intro. What's going on, everybody? You're watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning. So today we're going to find out whether or not the brand new Blink 500 dual wireless audio system made by Saramonic is going to be the right solution for you and your overall filmmaking kit. I want to especially thank Saramonic for sending me out this unit so that I can provide this review for you. So if you took a look at the product shots that just whizzed by, you're going to basically say, wait, this looks like a Rode Wireless Go in terms of size and it's a dual channel. Yes, it is. And the awesome thing about this is it comes in at $250 for this dual channel setup. In the box, you're going to get 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, 2 USB to Type-C charging cables, 2 lavaliers, and you also get a TRS to TRS, which is basically your DSLR setup, and you also get a TRS to TRRS if you want to plug it into a cell phone and or a laptop. So basically, Saramonic has done something pretty awesome at this price point, because everything you can buy from them is a la carte. What I mean by this is you could just go with a single channel setup for $179, and in the future, if you decide you want another transmitter so that you can pair it with your existing receiver, then it's only another $100 and you can get another transmitter. And basically the system can grow with you. Another awesome thing that they have is if you do use your cell phone quite a bit, and you want to have a dual channel setup when you're at a trade show or what have you, then they do sell other receivers that basically plug into the Lightning port or a USB-C port for an Android phone. And these are a lot more slim so that they're able to just connect right onto your phone and not have this blocky receiver. So that's really awesome. They give you these options, and the fact that all of these work together so that, again, you can just grow with the system, and it basically can save you a lot of money in the long run. When it comes to the overall design of the Blink 500 system, this is where Saramonic had to make some crucial decisions to ensure that they come in at this amazing price point for a dual channel system. So instead of having an LCD screen, you're going to have LED status lights, and most of the status lights are going to be on the transmitter in terms of what it means. So on the transmitter, we divide up these LEDs into 4 quadrants. So the top left is going to be quadrant 1, and then we're going to go clockwise, so the bottom left is quadrant 4. Quadrants 1 through 3 is going to be your input gain settings, and you basically have to click the plus gain button twice to jump from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2 and then to quadrant 3. Quadrant 4 is going to be your status light of the transmitter. So if it's blinking a steady blue, that means you're connected. Once you see the red, that means you're starting to go into low battery territory. Now, while it doesn't necessarily show you that you're about to basically die, I would say that when the red shows up, you're probably somewhere within 30 minutes left of battery life. Now, on the side of it, On the side of the transmitter, we have two buttons, your plus gain and minus gain. And if you do need to pair it with your receiver again, or pair it with a smartphone receiver, then to go into pairing mode, you simply have to press these two buttons at the same time. And that's pretty much it. Very simple. We do get a really tight belt clip. This belt clip is actually quite strong, and I would say it's actually better than the RØDE Wireless Go. But this belt clip does not necessarily go onto your hot shoe or the hot shoe rod if you want to do a similar reporting mic setup that I showed a long time ago in the video right up here. In terms of the receiver's design, it is quite compact, and the belt clip does work as a hot shoe attachment here. There's really not a whole lot going on here. You do have a little LED status light here to show whether or not you're in pairing mode or connecting mode. And then there is this little pinhole here, which they do give you a little tool when you do need to pair up with transmitters. When it comes to the battery life, they are saying it's rated at 6 hours. And of course, that is the best possible scenario. So me being me, I want to place it in the worst possible scenario. So I had my receiver in one room, and then I had both of my transmitters in a completely different room with multiple walls in the way at the highest gain possible using the internal mic, and I had a fan blowing at it on high, so it's constantly sending back a really, really noisy signal of sound. And in this case, I was able to get 3.5 hours of dual audio use out of the transmitters before they died. And in fact, the transmitters were the ones that died first. The receiver actually still had plenty of juice. So there you go, 3.5 hours dual channel in the worst possible situation. In terms of recharging the transmitter, we're looking at 1 hour and 15 minutes approximately to charge the transmitter, which is not bad. And then the receiver takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes to charge back up. When it comes to overall output and how much power this Blink 500 system can provide for your cameras, it's pretty much up there with the RØDE Wireless Go in that it does provide a very hot signal. So right now I'm actually at -12 on my GH5 preamp, and my input gain on my transmitter is at +3. I can go all the way to +6 if I want to go into a recorder and make sure that my recorder is at the lowest preamp possible. Now in terms of sound quality, right now you're listening to the lavalier mic. I'm in a non-controlled room with regular ambient noise. Again, these are my settings right here. So this is what it sounds like when I'm talking, and this is what it sounds like when I'm not. Now with the exact same settings, this is the built-in microphone on the Blink 500 system. So this is what it sounds like when I'm talking, and this is what it sounds like when I'm not. And now you're listening to a much more expensive lav mic. This is the DAD-W Lav, which I did a review right up here. So this is what it sounds like when I'm talking, and this is what it sounds like when I'm not. All right, and now we have everyone's favorite test, the distance test. All right, so here we are again with the whole distance test. I'm gonna face you this entire time and only turn around to see if it really knocks you. So here we go. We got 1 line, we got 2 lines, we got 3, and then we got a little bit of 4. Basically 5.5 is about 50 feet. So here we are at 50 feet away. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me, but once I turn around and block, we'll see what happens here. Turn back around, you probably should hear me again. So here we go again. We're gonna go 1 and talk 2, talk 3, talk 4, talk 5 and a half. So here we are at 100 feet away, and I'm gonna turn around here, block it again. Talking, if you can, I'll be very impressed. Anyways, turning back, let's continue. As we keep talking 1, passing 2, as we go again 3, passing again 4, and here we are at 5.5. This is 150 feet away at this point. Pretty much, I'm gonna say no one's filming at 150 feet, so I'm gonna turn around, talk. And as I turn back around, again, I'm sure you can hear me at 150 feet, but we're gonna keep going a little bit more. Here we go, 1, step, and 2, step, and 3, step, and 4, and 5.5. Here we are coming in at 200 feet now, direct line of sight. I'm sure you can still hear me. I'm going to turn around and turn, talk. And back we go. Again, this is at 200 feet, so I'm pretty sure, again, you're not filming someone this far away unless you're at a conference, in which case I would say get yourself a UHF system. Let's continue this a little bit more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm pretty much going to stop here. But this is essentially almost 250 feet away. Again, probably not going to be talking to someone this far. Talk, 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 and we come back as we go. All right, so I'm not exactly in the same parking lot, but it's in the same vicinity because there's just too many cars there today. So anyways, let's do a distance test real quick. I have this belt pack here and I'll turn around every 50 feet or so. So here we are in as close proximity as we possibly can. 1, 2, 3, 4, and as we 5.5 is approximately 50 feet away. So here's 50 feet, I'm talking to you, I'm gonna turn around here. In our next test, let's do the indoor obstruction test. So here we go. Same walk path. I'm going to be walking out of the office here, and I'm going to go straight into the adjacent room. I'm closing the door right now. So there is one wall blocking everything, and it's probably very echoey in here. So we're going to walk out of this room. We're going to make our way through the living room. We're going to make our way through the kitchen. So now we have multiple solid walls in the way here. And we're just going to make our way outside right now. There's quite a bit of obstruction, and here we go, going on outside. Very nice day today. So let's see. This is approximately where the RØDE Wireless Go was okay. So if you can still hear me, that's great. So I'm going to make my way down a little bit here and continue. You're not really going to be with this much obstruction in the way. So now I'm going to make my way back. Let's see if I cut out at any point here. And here we go, entering back into the property right now. And slowly walking back. Here we go, back in through the kitchen and through the living room area, landing in 3, 2, and 1. So is there really any cons that I can say against the Blink 500 system? Not really, pretty much none at all. Because when you take into consideration of the price, what's inside the box, which is basically everything you could possibly need to get started, including lavalier mics, and then you have the dual channel functionality, when you take all 3 of these things into consideration, there really is no cons. And if you're not exactly sure how I'm coming to this conclusion, I would highly suggest you check out my Think Critically series, which is in the first episode, I talk about how you can think about the way you invest in gear so that you're always buying the right one and not overspending. Because right now I can see the question, because it's a dual channel system, can I split the audio, one going to the left, one going to the right? And the answer is no. You might be saying, well, that's a con then. Not necessarily, because you have to take into consideration Saramonic's standpoint. If they add all these features, it's going to become more expensive. How much more expensive? We don't actually know. It could be $300, it could be $350. And you would say, yeah, but I'd pay $350 for that feature. Yes, but you might not be the target audience that Saramonic is trying to go for. They might be going for a completely different target, which leads me to my bottom line. The bottom line is the Blink 500 system is an insane value for what you get out of the box, which is pretty much everything you need to get started. It doesn't matter if you're using the single channel, the dual channel, or the smartphone setups. You're pretty much getting everything. Not only that, the sound quality is actually quite good. I'm actually quite surprised at how good it sounds based on its price point. It's actually not bad. And I know some of you are going to say, well, maybe the RØDE sounds better or the Pico mic sounds better. How does it sound all over the place? Again, that's a second video where I will go into more details about what I think. But generally speaking, if you're a beginning filmmaker and you don't have a wireless audio setup, but you've been looking for one, I highly, highly recommend you check out the Blink 500 system. And hey, that is it for this week, everybody. If this video has made all the influence in your purchasing decisions, I would truly appreciate it if you check out my affiliate links down below. Again, this costs nothing extra to you. It just gives me a little compensation so I can continue making videos like this for you. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it down below. I will get to them as fast as I can. But until then, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.